Hi everyone, welcome to my mega video series showing you my massive Halloween coloring book collection. This is part 1. I have probably 60 Halloween books total, so it's going to take a few videos. And that's not including my autumn and fall theme books that might have some Halloween images in them. This is mostly strictly books more suited for Halloween. Some of them you maybe have seen, some of them you may have not seen. Most of these I've gotten in the last couple years, more last year than in the previous years, because my goal was to practice new kinds of art. I didn't used to do horror, so I'm gradually adding in new horror books. I'm going to be doing a few this year. So let's just jump in and get started. I can't do full flip throughs, but I can show you some. These books I love, 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 gorgeous. These are by Nikki Burnett. We have the Spellbinding Images, a Halloween Grayscale Coloring Book, Beginner's Edition. Spellbinding Images, a Grayscale Fantasy, Beginner's Edition, Volume 1. And Spellbinding Images, Fantasy, Volume 1 Extended Edition. Now, it's a little confusing because she has the same books in both grayscale and line art, but the covers are different. And I think these two are the same. I think, except this has extra pictures because it's extended. This is the grayscale, this is the line art. There's a lot of duplicates. So it's a little confusing. Or no, maybe it's these two that are the same. Right? Yeah, I think. Well, we'll see when we look at it. I'm going to show you the one I got first of hers, and I love it. Her books are gorgeous. They have this shiny paper inside that's like silk. It's the Ideal Marker book. The pages are single-sided. And it's called a Beginner's Edition because it shows you how to do the grayscale by more dark gray in the areas where it teaches you where to put your gray, which I really like. Also in her books, she gives you all of the pictures in these little mini pictures. She shows you an example of what it could look like and gives you 2 mini plain ones of the main ones so you can test your mediums or do an experiment before you start. I love that. These are so cute. And it's like all shiny and glossy. I love doing alcohol markers on glossy paper. It's so much fun. I started one in here just when I got it to test it out. So here you can see, let's skip, but it's so beautiful. Like, I don't even know if you'll see the shine from my ring light, but there's shine on here. So we have Cassia, Coraline, Brianna, Chelsea, Zoe, Alita, Marissa. And these are definitely more Halloween type witches, I think. Willow, Esme, Kamaria, Ashlyn, Taryn, Kira, Heather. And here's the one I tested with my markers. I just did a couple pumpkins, grass, and her stockings, and the moon in my basic Arteza alcohol markers, and the colors are, the markers just glide on like butter. I mean, it's barely have to touch the paper, and it gives this rich, bold, popping color. I love it. So I'll finish this one for Halloween. Bryla, Aria, Rylan, and you'll tell me if you see any duplicates, but some of these are duplicates. Angelique, Priscilla. So this is the Spellbinding Images Halloween Grayscale Beginner's Edition Purple Hat. So if I list my books below for the links to go to Amazon, I'll just put in Purple Hat and you'll know it's the Purple Hat one. So you might want to get out some pen and paper to write down any books you see you like that you want to look up, or whichever links you want to go back later is what I would recommend. Here is this one, Spellbinding Images by Nikki Burnett. Pictures are definitely different. This was the second one I got, which I bought immediately after the first one because I knew I loved it. Same thing, you see the mini samples here. Some of them are, let's see if there's any duplicates here. These are different. Yeah, these ones don't have the girls' names. I thought oh, see, that looks like a duplicate to me. Right? But the other ones didn't. It's so confusing. I'm not really clear. Okay, so far I saw one duplicate. Now, isn't that a duplicate? No, that's a duplicate to the line art one. That one is a fresh one. This is one I marked I'm going to do for Halloween. I just bought them all because I saw enough differences in them that I love them. Oh my God, I just in love with how shiny this paper is. I wish all the coloring pages were like that. So this would not be probably a good color pencil book. This is definitely a wet, medium, or marker, water-based or alcohol marker book. I think I haven't tried pencil in here, but if you're going to do pencil, I would save it for the line art version, the Spellbounding Images. These are the white backgrounds. However, I could swear I see some that are not in the other books, but I see some that are. I'm so confused. It's not even clear on all the Amazon pages I looked at either. So I'm like, I can't decide. I'm just keeping them all. I think some of these are different, but if you don't like the grayscale and you like more of the white background, then this is your best choice here. I can go through these pretty quickly. Why not? See, this one we did see in the grayscale, the clock. I can tell you grayscale pictures are a lot faster to accomplish and complete because it tells you where to put your color. However, you do have to know how to use color to cover the gray, but if you're a beginner, don't hesitate to get one if you have some basic or inexpensive markers. Just know that the darkest gray areas is where you put the darkest color, and the lightest gray is where you put the lightest color. It's really pretty simple. I don't recall seeing this. This one I think I did, right? That one we did. They just look so different. This one we did. So yeah, there's a lot of... That one we didn't, right? Am I losing my mind? The next section includes 20 witch coloring images in miniature size. 5 by 7. Oh, that's right. So you have 5 by 7 type size pictures or zoomed in pictures. All just of witches. And then this is like a grid. I can't go through them all, but this is like a grid where you can draw with a grid. And I don't understand this. I think you're supposed to copy what she does, but I don't see the point, but that's just a bonus. So that is the gorgeous book by Nikki Burnett, but I definitely prefer the grayscale versions. Definitely. Highly recommended. I love them so much. Okay, next, let's look at this one. Is Creepy Kawaii Pastel Goth Coloring Book for Adults. 50 cute horror designs for stress relief and relaxation. Kawaii. So I've never done Kawaii before until this year. I got some Kawaii Christmas, some Kawaii Halloween. So this is new. It was really hard to choose because some of them I just didn't. I had to watch tons of videos to really find some I think I would want to try. These are like larger basic ones. What I liked about this book is the black bat wallpaper on the back. So they are single-sided, but you're not going to see all that color through really as much, which is kind of neat. I'm all for a little Frankenstein here. Some of these I think I would definitely do. Some maybe not really, but I just think I love how it looks more Halloween-y on this side. You know what I mean? Like it really looks... I'm gonna put this pen here to mark the top of my page. When you're looking at your spread, it looks more like Halloween. That's what I liked. I lied. I said I wasn't gonna do full flip throughs, and that's what I'm doing. Just to kind of show it to you. That one's cute. I'm skipping a few here and there, but I have one chosen. So you'll see little pink post-its in each of these books. I've already marked my goal, what I want to color for Halloween this year. I'll do a video of what I'm going to color in October when it gets closer. Did I not mark a page for this one? I guess I forgot. So that's Creepy Kawaii, pastel goth coloring book for adults. They look kind of childlike, but in a way it's very Halloweenish, right? And easy, and you can do one of these in like an hour. You can have, do a color along with kids. I think it's good for beginners. I also got this Kawaii Witch coloring book, which I think is super, super duper cute. I like this one even more. It's a smaller book, also single-sided. I do have one marked that I'm going to want to do. I think this one's super cute. And when you see like the white on this side is kind of boring, right? Compared to that other one that had the black bats on the other side. It's really tough. There are so many. That one's adorable. So many cute Halloween books out there. Like there's even so many more I'd like to add to my collection. I'm going to do that one for Halloween. But it's like you can only have so many, right? I mean, there's no way I could do 60 pictures in October, one in each of my books. I don't think. Be an interesting challenge. But so this is a smaller book, but also cute. Kawaii Witch. And it doesn't say who it's by, but I will link it below. Next, I have the Witches book by Coco. Never colored in this. This one's also new. It's a chunkier book. I love kind of the black backgrounds. They look a little more mature, which I like. This is the one wait, is that the first one? Yeah, I guess I decided I'm going to do the first one this year. That's why I marked it. So some of them have like little goodies, like look at these Victorian kind of boots. I think these are gorgeous. Like there's a lot of Coco Wyo stuff I don't love, and some I just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is by Coco Wyo. I mean, I know it's a company, not a person, but you can tell they have different artists. This one is very detailed. This reminds me a lot of the same face and hair in the Galaxy Queen books. I just did a picture that looked just like that. In Galaxy Queen, I'll show you on October 1st for my September pages. I love this book. I think it's beautiful. Gosh. See, this is the problem. When you have so many books, you either can, like, I'd love to do most of these pictures, but I can never get myself just to complete one book because I want to color in all my different books. And to do one book could take a couple months or years if you're doing just Halloween, 5, 10 pictures every Halloween for 3 years or whatever. Isn't this a beautiful book? Very happy with this. I love it. Look at this. Her dress blends in with the sky. Isn't that so cool? Oh my gosh, I love it. This might be one of my favorite Coco Wyo books. And Galaxy Queen I really love. But this one, it has a nice combination of nature and witches and that mysticism and the sort of glamour girls. Love it, love it. That is the gorgeous Witches book by Coco Wyo. Next, I have, ooh, this one is new, and I'm not sure how I like it. This is Dark Beauty, and I didn't ever do horror before. I was always doing the cutesy Halloween stuff. So doing horror is a new thing for me. Part of my branching out goal for 2022, 2023, outside my zone, and this one is definitely branching out. This is by, it doesn't say, but there are 3 books I have from the person that did this book, which I'll have to show you in my other videos. So this one is definitely, look, there's some quotes on this side. It's a big hole in her chest. A lot of nature, wildlife stuff with some gore. But it's supposed to be like beautiful girls that are horror girls. I think it's interesting. I wasn't sure what I thought of it at first. Like, oh God, like, do I really want to do this claw girl? I don't know what she is, but there she's eating a bird's innards. I'm not sure about that one. See, it is Dark Beauty. This one isn't too bad. You can just give her some ghostly pale look. This tree growing out of her is kind of really incredible. I like that one. That one creeps me out. I do not like that. This one is unusual. I guess I'm going slower on this one because I haven't really looked at it in a while, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. This is like a half mummy, half... See, it's like I wouldn't know how to color skin on this because it looks like it's hard. So some of them is confusing to me because I don't know how to color them. But I think it's gorgeous artwork and brilliant. I love how some are black background. Some are not. I love how there's little quotes and black on the other side. Like this one's not too dark. Some of them I just wasn't sure I fully understood what they are. That looks like a dinosaur skeleton. This is Jurassic Park girl, I guess. Or Jurassic Park corpse girl. Don't know. Like, I don't always understand horror images. Like, what are they supposed to be? But they really are pretty. Like, I can see the dark beauty, the beauty aspect of them. You could really make some of these really stunning. And you can use pretty colors. You don't have to use the dark, eerie colors. You can just make them pink. You can do pinks and bright, popping reds, blood reds. Gosh, I was torn about this book, but now I think I'm liking it more than I remember I did. I just got this one a couple months ago and I wasn't sure about it. But I'm gonna give it a try. It got a little bent too, because the way the genius has stuffed it in my mailbox. I hate that. So that's Dark Beauty, horror coloring book for adults. Okay, next is probably, this is one I've had for a couple of years now. This is Magic Autumn, but it has a lot of Halloween pictures in it. Halloween grayscale coloring book. It says right there. Love the sample one, which I've never done. I have done some pictures in this book, and it does give you 2 sets. I marked one I want to do, but I can show you a couple that I did last year. This book was the first I ever did grayscale in. Before I knew, and I didn't finish this because I didn't have anything to do with the background with, because I didn't have limited that many supplies at the time. So I thought it looked pretty nice, and then I went on to do a couple more. I love this old witch hag, Halloween kids. A lot of these are like dress up. Some more witches. Oh, I did this one. I was proud of this. And I still didn't know what to do with backgrounds, so I could go back in and fill in these backgrounds. I have all these pan pastels and all kinds of cool stuff now. And this is kind of another Halloween costume. This was done with Copic alcohol markers. Yeah. Just like a limited 6-piece set I had or something like that. This one, see, this is before I knew how to do backgrounds. I attempted to do a background and it looks terrible. It looks like you could see the gradient line. I drew 4 different greens. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I was really proud of my cat. I could fix this now. I could probably go over that with a solid dark black marker or something, or try to fix that. And I didn't even know to put like sheet protector, so I ruined the page. Again, did this one. I did do a solid background here, but I felt like my cats didn't look, they look 3D, like they're gonna jump off the page. I don't know. Something didn't seem very, I used some cheap Bic markers, I think, for that one. That's the one on the front cover, which is really cool. I might do this one. I should mark this. this. I don't have any sticky notes here. I want to do that one. So then it starts over. Oh, I could totally do the ones over that I wrecked because that was way before I had advanced skill. So that's Magic Autumn. Again, I will link these all below. I'm not going to spend too long on this. You've probably seen this one. This is the Halloween Mandalas by Kawaii Angelikova. But I love how they're like scalloped and snowflakey looking. And oh, I just saw the flip through this. I'm like, I don't even like mandalas really. And I have to have that book. Maybe this will change my mind about mandalas. But don't remember when I first saw this. It must have been on somebody's channel. But yeah, they're super cute. Super cute. Like spiderweb ones, pumpkin ones, kitty and pumpkins. You can, I mean, the outside parts will take a long time, but the inside parts could be pretty quick. I'm going to start with the simple one. I don't remember which one I marked, but I think I was torn. I'm going to start with the bat because it looks simple enough. So it doesn't freak me out about thinking that this is too hard. And I think that was really cute. It's hard for me to flip it when it gets all bulgy. I liked this one because you could do every single pumpkin a different kind of a color, different shades of oranges and browns and yellows. And trick-or-treat one with the boo candy. I kind of wanted to do that. I thought about it. Oh, the witch's shoes. So that is that one. 50 Halloween Mandalas by Kawaii Angelikova. Beautiful cover. Next, I'm sure you've seen, I don't need to go too much into it. It's Spooky Town by Coco. Have a picture picked in here. Spooky Girl was my first. Then I got Spooky Town, Spooky Couple, or Weird Couple, and Spooky Boy, which is a different artist. And 2 spin-offs I have, which I'll show you in another video by somebody else, which coincidentally came out right after this. One was by Coco, not Coco, Angelica, Demita Angelikova. I'm so bad with names, y'all. I think this is super cute. It reminds me of the kind of like the Addams Family-ish. I kind of want to do this one. Oh, I love it. That looks like an Addams Family house, right? I love this book. I like this better than Spooky Girl. I think it's so cute. Like I could just do this whole book and be happy. I love it. And since Spooky Girl was so popular, perfect haunted house here. Perfect. Definitely have to do this one. But yes, and Spooky Girl was so popular, I think that's why they spun off really quick with all these extras. And then some people are kind of copying what's popular. And there's one that just came out called Creepy Girl, which is very similar. And I'll show you that one in a different video. It's brand new. These are the ones I marked I want to do. I love books, so she's reading, and then here she's reading romantic horror. Isn't that cute? I do want to read. I do want to do that first haunted house one though. I guess I missed that. I didn't mark it. So I think this is cute. I like this better than Spooky Girl, but again, I have to have complete series. So when I have one, I want the whole series because it's like when I love something, I want to have the whole thing, the whole set, because I have incomplete syndrome. My book is sliding around. I hope I'm not out of the camera. Anyway, so there's some completed pages here. This is Spooky Town. I love this haunted house. The Addams Family looking picture. That's why they put these 2 in the front, because they're the best. So I should just do those 2. That's going to be so fun. Here's the other one I was telling you about that goes with that Dark Beauty. This is Freak of Halloween. Horror coloring book for adults. This is the first horror book I bought this year. So it's brand new. And I did mark a page. Some of them look very complicated. This book belongs to color test pages. So I do think that this one, there's some that are, it's just like all the horror type things you would see Halloween night. If you read the book Halloween by, I think, was it Ray Bradbury? Is that right? A lot of the stuff in that book, it's kind of what makes me think of what I'd see going around on Halloween night. I like this one. They're not terrible. That's the Sleepy Hollow. Not too much gore. I mean, okay, I take it back. There's a little gore here, like your brain's hanging out. But I don't know, they don't creep me out or anything. I guess I marked that one. Don't know why. The bones. I'm staying away from the skeleton ones because it's hard to color skeleton. I don't want to use up all my Posca paint markers, my white markers. That one's creepy. This one is really cool if you really want to color brains. This is basically all the freaky stuff on Halloween you might see. That one's really neat. I like that. Maybe I should do that one instead. I'm still not ready to do the goriest ones. Like, I'm still leaning toward the more tame ones. I'm not a fan of horror movies. I did love American Horror Story. I've seen them all, other than the new one that just came out. But I don't know why, but I hate horror movies. That one's not too bad scary. Like, I would not be watching any of the Freddy Krueger movies, I can tell you that. Although that's probably pretty laughable compared to the horror we have these days. Terrifying ones. I do remember seeing the Blair Witch Project, and it scared the living daylights out of me. That one was terrifying. Okay, so that is Freak of Halloween. Totally different than the Dark Beauty one. That's more beautiful women that look a little creepish and odd. And this is just more Halloween night, the creepy, freaky things you're going to see if you were, you know, walking around Halloween Town. And by that, I'm not talking about the Disney movie Halloween Town. Speaking of freaky, freaky, this is Freaky Night by Demita Victoria. Very different. Another book that got bent because they shoved it in my mailbox like this. I hate when they do that. I literally have to buy like probably 5 to 7 books at a time, so that there's too many to put into one of those padded envelopes. They have to put it into a box. Even if I don't only want to buy two books, I have to buy like at least 5 or 7 just so they don't get bent. Anytime I do like 5 or less, they shove them in an envelope and it goes in my mailbox like this, and then I can never amend it. I've returned many of them because of it, and I've learned. Even if there's only 1 or 2 books I want, I'll buy more and then just buy 3 random other books and then return them or something, because like just so I can get books that aren't bent. Anyway, so this one is a little more plain, thinner lines. I did mark this horror house because I liked it. Did I say horror house? Horror house. That was not intentional. So it's different. Oh, I do like this one too. That's like Dracula's house. There's Dracula. There's like a mummy box. All kinds of cool stuff. Oh, I might have to do that one instead. I think haunted houses are fun. I just love the Haunted Mansion at Disney World, Disneyland and Disney World. Because for some reason, for me, haunted houses I relate to Disney, so they don't creep me out. I don't consider them like horror. Oh, what's that new series that came out last year that was all about the haunted house? Was it The Haunting of Hill House, right? That was creepy. I did watch that, actually, because I had read the novel, and it was really good. Shirley Jackson wrote it. And it was very well done. Not as good as the book, I can tell you that. The book was way better. And this does have 2 sets, by the way. So that is Freaky Night by Demita Victoria. Oh, it's still gonna bug me. I can't bend it back. Okay, next we have about 4 left. Oh, well, here's one of the kind of spin-offs I was kind of telling you about. This is Spooky Baby. You know, a minute ago we were looking at Spooky Girl. And notice this one, let me just go back to, So Spooky Town says Coco. This doesn't say who it's by. So I think it's a spin-off. But I have to admit, it's cute. It is cute. Spooky Baby horror coloring book for adults. Is it? I don't... Doesn't say who it's by. I think I like them. I think the color, like, it's like the pictures are kind of big and bold, which I like. And I like this black. You could do a candle on each side. It's got like this crisp black on the left side. It's not the faded black that's in the Coco books. It's just different. I kind of like this more than Spooky Girl, I have to be honest. And this one is kind of creative. Because the Coco books, the black is like faded. And this one looks like a solid paint black. I think it's a little better quality. I don't know how that's possible. That one's neat. Asylum Girl. She doesn't look like a baby. She looks like a little girl though. But since we have Spooky Girl by Coco, they couldn't do another Spooky Girl. So they did Spooky Baby and made her to look more like she's like a 4 or 5-year-old. She's not a baby. So she's still a girl. But they can't say Spooky Girl because wouldn't that be copyright? This one I marked because I thought that was too cool. Not sure if you guys have seen this or not. What I've noticed happens in the coloring book industry when some of the name brand publishers put out some really popular bestseller books, within a month you'll see other people or companies coming out with something extremely similar as a spin-off of that, because they want in on the cash cow of that popularity. So I don't know if that's what happened here. I'm not even sure who did this one. That's funny. But that is Spooky Baby horror coloring book for adults. 3 more. I already showed you my Hocus Pocus coloring book. Got this in my Walmart coloring book haul, and I never have bought Walmart coloring books before. I came across them by fluke. I did a video about a month ago. I can link that below. It's the only one on my channel. And of course, I love Hocus Pocus, and Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out next month, which I'm going to save and watch Halloween. Halloween, we're going to watch number 1 and number 2 the same night. We always watch number 1 every year, but now we're going to save number 2 to watch Halloween night. I'm going backwards, but it does show, it has some wallpapery ones. It kind of, I'm going backward from the middle, but it does kind of show like the story from beginning to end that matches the movie. This is the page I marked. I'm going to try to do this 2-page spread, which will take forever. I did show this in my other haul. You've probably seen some of it before. So I'm not going to do much flip through here. But I'm very excited to color in this book because it's my favorite movie of all time. And it's The Art of Coloring. And I have The Art of Coloring, several Disney books as well. Mickey, Disney World, etc. This one I have Secret Village Halloween by Ava Brown. I think I showed this in a video with 4 or 5 other separate books. Sneak peek video a few days ago, I think. Not a huge fan of the little mice town. There's 2, they're cute, but it's just like repetitive little different houses with mice in front. I didn't feel like there was a huge enough variety. The mice look too plain to me. I'm not sure. It is cute. If you like the nice little town books, you would like this one. I think there are duplicates, right? Yeah, I believe there's 2 sets. Yes, there are. So that's the Secret Village Halloween book if you're into little mice as the characters and like lots of little houses in the woods with the mice standing in front. Lastly, for this video, I have Cute and Spooky by Jade Summer coloring book. I love this book. Not colored in it, but I think the images are just so fun, and whimsical, and jovial, and joyous, and I'm thrilled to get to color in it. Does anybody know what happened? You know how the Jade Summer thing happened about their books were no longer going to be on Amazon because of some trademark issue, but I still see a bunch of their books on there, so I'm confused. But then I did go looking for their Alice in Wonderland book, and it's no longer available. And the Grimm's Fairy Tales is no longer available. And I really want the Alice in Wonderland book. So were those the two? That was the trademark issues? Like, does anyone know what the two books were that caused the Jade Summer scandal with Amazon, and did they resolve it? Because I just got this on Amazon. So they must have. I'm going to do this one. This book is so cute. It's so stinking cute, you guys. Halloween and Christmas are the 2 times a year that I will resort to coloring pictures that are very basic and almost childlike, because, you know, for me, holidays bring me back to my childhood, right? That's why we love to celebrate them for decade after decade after decade. So these ones are all going this other way. But yeah, I don't mind, because I want to get a ton of pictures done in Halloween. I don't want to spend a week on one picture and get 5 pictures done by the end of the month, or 4 pictures done, right? So I want to do a lot of simple ones. I can do 1 a day and have like 30 pictures at the end of the month to show you guys. So anyway, that's it for video 1. We'll move on to video 2. Tomorrow, I'm going to release 1 video each night because they take so long to upload. So please take a look out for my, oh, that's going to make a lot of people mad because they're going to want to watch them all back to back though. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay. I'm just going to release them all on the same night. Why not? It's going to be a long video series, but I haven't decided. But there will be a part 2 and a part 3. If you don't see it right away, check back and make sure you've hit the bell and subscribe so you don't miss it. I have so many more awesome horror books and all my Deborah Muller Halloween books and a lot more cute Halloween books. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really appreciate your support. See you in part 2.